am the Lord. Nelson, that is. Quite shocking.
This is Danielle Weber, and you're listening to Live and Loud with the Lord. Nelson, that is.
Yes! Perfect.
I nailed it. Even Alessandra's like, yeah, you did.
Appreciate
Ladies
you, man.
and gentlemen, kings and queens, rockers and rebels from every corner of the universe, welcome to another electrifying episode of Live and Loud with the Lord on the CMS Network in collaboration with 5 Royals ENT. And you already know what it is. You know who I am. I'm the big guy with the big show, the voice with the vibe. I am that dude. Yes, indeed. The Lord Nelson, that is. And today, we are turning up the volume and diving deep into something special. On this episode, we're honored to be joined by a band whose sound hits you like a tidal wave of passion, power, and purpose. A band that doesn't just play music, they live it, breathe it, and fight for it. This is a band that brings raw emotion, unshakable conviction, and a sonic force that can't be denied. Now, whether it's through raging riffs, soul-stirring lyrics, or their no-holds-barred live performances, and you see them, man, they do work indeed. This band is out here putting their hearts on the line and reminding the world what it truly means to stand for something real. So buckle up, because this ain't just an interview, man. Nah, it's a movement, a mission, and a moment you won't forget. So my brothers and sisters, open your minds, eyes, hearts, and ears as I welcome the amazing band to fight for. Yeah. What's going on, guys?
What's up, Lord?
Your world, man.
Thank you for that amazing introduction there, Nelson. Absolutely.
So we got Bobby, Brad, and Hal here with us. These amazing guys, man. We're just going to get into some good questions, man. It's more like a conversation, man. No, it is a conversation. And we're just gonna have a good time. I want you guys to feel free to be who you are and say what you want to say, because it's all about you. I pray that the stuff behind me is to your liking. You know, I know that Blatant is the song that you guys are still, pushing. Listen, I had a whole lot of other stuff up there, but I wanted to keep it specific. I mean, I probably had I had it all up there, but I said, let me cut it down so we can keep, the focus. But it's all love though, man. So the first question always is, where are you guys from?
Greater Nashville area.
Greater Nashville. Yeah. Okay, so what's the best thing about being from Nashville?
There's obviously a really big music scene.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really, really diverse. It's also part of the Bible Belt, as you know.
Right.
But you'd be surprised how many people are not actually Christian, in the scene, here especially. And, there's a lot of opportunities for a lot of different things, obviously because it's Nashville.
Indeed.
Especially for musicians.
I got you. Yeah, I know my brother-in-law used to live there a few years ago, and actually I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. Yes, I am. I flew out for my birthday. They flew me out to Nashville, so we, played the Titans. The Steelers did not win, but it was an amazing time. I enjoyed myself there, just seeing all of the culture, everything. It was really an amazing time. I had a great time in Nashville. And I have a lot of friends and family and people who are in the music industry that have moved. I live in South Carolina that have moved from here, that have moved to Nashville. A lot of people have moved to Nashville for the music scene. So now, being from Nashville, what's a stereotype about Nashville that is far from the truth?
That it's all about country music.
Yeah, I was going to say the same.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Right, right. No, I saw that when I was there also. Indeed, indeed, indeed. All right. Well, let's time machine for a minute. What would you say your childhood was like? And I want to hear from each of you.
Y'all can go first.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, when I think childhood, I think a lot of different things. If I'm keeping it on the music topic, I first got into heavy bands probably around like junior high. Bands like POD, Project A6, Thousand Foot Crutch. Those were some big bands for me growing up. And yeah, my childhood was good. I have a lot of positive memories. Grew up with two great parents who I love to this day and who've invested a lot in my life and my music career. They were letting me play drums at whatever age I wanted to play them. So yeah, those are some highlights for me.
Awesome.
Look at Brad showing off, his amazing upbringing. My name is Hal. I born in 1997. I would say I kind of grew up, throughout the transitional times between like old tech, to like how it is now, in different like economic statuses, like growing up, like going from like, dirt poor, like very young to, my dad getting like a really good job up in Ohio from Tennessee, and us moving on up there for like 10, 11 years, being like upper middle class to kind of, having to be out on my own without much support. And so it's, but also like my musical background, I would say it's very diverse. First, my parents were really big into like country, folk, blues, especially like my dad, very much, a blues and Southern rock kind of guy. Then my cousin got me into, rap and hip hop. And so I kind of, that really became a huge source of, coping for me, dealing with the stuff I dealt with as a preteen and teenager. Then, I got myself a little bit into like punk rock and the scope of metal and metalcore and hardcore and, more like underground heavy genres.
Right.
Was I saw all these advertisements for this band called Crown the Empire on Facebook, and I never heard of them, never heard of anything like them. I was like, okay, well, let me go check them out. I'm a huge lyrics guy, so let me just read all these lyrics. And I thought the lyrics from their Limitless EP was like really cool. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check it out. I pressed play on the first track. I'm like, good God Almighty, what am I listening to? Like this like, I never really got used to. Well, back then I hadn't gotten used to the screamo stuff up until that point. But I was like, I see what these lyrics are trying to do and everything, and they're like great. I'm going to learn how to appreciate them for what they are. And I just went down the rabbit hole. Like I'm too far gone on that. So, sorry, mom and dad. No, you had to deal with my throat bleeding screams or whatever, and you try and be like, oh, this is our son. He's trying to do that whole metal thing.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Awesome. Awesome.
So I will start out, Lord, by saying that I'm sorry. I am a through and through Green Bay Packer fan. So I'm very sorry about that. I know you're a Steelers fan, but you did get Aaron Rodgers.
It's
So
all love, man. It's all
you did get Aaron Rodgers. We'll see
We
how he does
did.
this year.
Brady's gonna do well for us, no doubt.
Yeah. So yeah, my upbringing has been exactly opposite. So I actually grew up in the country on a farm. Did nothing with music until I moved out to the West Coast, and that's when I started getting into punk rock and metal and all that kind of thing. But my upbringing was pretty much country. So now it's funny to come full circle to a place that is supposed to be country.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot more to that too. But yeah, that's basically it. It's just completely opposite from what I do now.
Wow.
So
No,
I'm the black sheep.